with omega-3 for prevention of coronary artery disease, secondary prevention, or primary prevention. Meaning, first, primary, wapay heart attack. Secondary prevention, to prevent another heart attack. So, that's what we do for omega-3. For the lungs, any cell in the body will benefit with the balance of omega-3 and omega-6. Okay? Dosing. According to Troy is my source. The dosing of the liquid form. Okay, we're using the liquid form. There may be a certain benefit with the liquid form compared to the encapsulated form, like the medical drugs that we use. Because the liquid could already be absorbed starting from the tongue. As you know, when some of our medicines are put under the tongue, because there are a lot of blood vessels there which will absorb the drug. And it could even bypass the liver, so it maybe goes directly to the heart. Okay? So, in the liquid form, it could be better because the absorption already starts from the tongue. Okay? And there will be no more need to digest the capsule. So everything will just go smoothly into the gut. The gut that Ma'am Panji mentioned before is the gastrointestinal tract. That's the gut. Not the GUT, the genitourinary tract. So, she's talking about the gut microbiome or the gut microbiota, which is another very interesting frontier that the medical field is now looking into. They're telling that this is the last frontier, actually, the gut microbiome. And as Ma'am Banji has said, all diseases start from the gut. And that is why they are looking into the balance between the probiotics, the good bacteria, and the bad bacteria that goes in and out of our GI tract. Okay? Now, I forgot to talk about the polyphenols because the balanced oil also has polyphenols. Polyphenols are actually micronutrients from the plants. They are not from the fish. And they are very rich in antioxidants. So the polyphenols, as Dr. Clayton has mentioned, the olive oil will attach the omega-3 and the omega-6, hold it together in good balance. So that's why it's also necessary to put polyphenols with the balanced oil mixture. Okay? You can get polyphenols. The best now is extra virgin olive oil. Okay. You can get them from tea, from dark chocolates, from red wine, from berries, herbs, and spices. You can eat them. They are also flavonoids. So, olive oil is polyphenol, and it is a fatty acid as well. It is oleic acid, which is omega-9. Okay. What else do I need to talk about? Dosing. Okay, I forgot. Dosing, according to Sir Troy, the proper dosing of the balanced oil is 15% of your body weight. So you just compute, you get 15% of that, and that is how many ml that you're supposed to take every day. Once a day only, because it's 24-hour duration ang iyang effect. So for example, if you're a 50 kilogram person, imohang ideal dose will be 7.5 ml. If you're 60, 9 ml. If you're 70, 10.5 ml. So sakto na to ang giinom ni Ma'am Banji, 10 ml or 2 teaspoons would be good enough. What is the limit because there might be some adverse effects with too much omega-3 and omega-6. So what I have read, I don't know if we are like eating like more than 3 grams, but when you are eating or taking in more than 3 grams, then some of the effects of the omega-6 or of the omega-3 itself, because it is like a mediator of anti-inflammation as well as coagulation, then you might have some bleeding problems, slow clotting because of its anticoagulant properties when you are already taking in more than 3 grams of omega, of the balance oil of EPA and the DHA. Okay? I've read that because before I was asked, what about lowering blood pressure? Okay, it does lower blood pressure, but you have to take in higher dosage. So it may not be very ideal to just use omega-3, omega-6 for lowering blood pressure, because there are a little, safer drugs for that, and they have been in the market for a long time. Being a doctor, of course, I will recommend the antihypertensives rather than the omega-3, 6, 9 for lowering blood pressure. But it does help in lowering blood pressure because of its anti-inflammatory, anticoagulant, and omega-6 properties. No? So, any questions so far? Because I am almost done. I think I'm almost done. When we read actually about drugs, we end up with the adverse effects. So, dosing, adverse effects. So, that ends my topic, I think.